Let's start this video off like this. I want to thank the Lord above for being my Lord and Savior, for getting me through all the times, good and bad. I want to thank my team for being my team. Let's rock it out. I fear no one. I walk with him. Welcome. What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy ODM Slim, and I'm back again with another one. We got a lot of things to do, a lot of content to get into, so let's get to this content. 1090 Jake, man. 1090 Jake, you know, he comes through and he speaks on all top situations going on. We all know that Tory Lanez was stabbed in California prison system, right? We all know that. Now, Tory Lanez been stabbed in California prison system. It kind of was crazy, right? It was crazy things going on. It was crazy. Very crazy, right? Tonight, Jay broke everything down, gave a better outlook of the things, and I got a couple of extra stuff I want to input on it. So let's let 1090 talk. I'm going to put my input on it, and we're going to see if we come to at the end of the situation. We simply come with a conclusion of what really happened. It's your boy ODM Slim. This is the ODM Slim Show, and let's get to the content. Before we get to the content, can I get y'all please to like, comment, subscribe if it's the first time to the channel. We're doing that for the algorithm. Make sure the algorithm understand what's going on. For all the people that ain't liking the videos, go ahead and like. People that's returning and ain't messing with the it ain't subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Y'all keep returning. Subscribe to the channel. That's simple. Y'all love it. Y'all love the content. I can tell. With no further ado, come on tonight, Jake.
Man, what's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Tory Lanez getting stabbed inside a prison and the man who did it. May 12th, 2025, located north of Los Angeles lies the California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, California. In 2021, the prison...
Oh. That's the first one. Tehachapi, right? Tehachapi, a prison that never was good with us. I don't even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't know he was in Tehachapi. I never really cared about where Tory Lanez was at or whatnot. But Tehachapi is crazy. Tehachapi is crazy. Tehachapi was a prison that all yards was SNY. Now they shut it down, and I believe they opened it back up with the 50-50 things, but Tehachapi was always known for SNYs or SHU program, straight up.
Closed its minimum custody facility, meaning it's 2,600 inmates were level 3 or level 4. These are the most dangerous levels in California State Prison, where race, gangs, and strict politics are enforced with deadly consequence. The only step above this would be the maximum security inmates housed within the security housing unit, otherwise known as the SHU. A disciplinary confinement reserved for the prison's most violent, whose only escape from a cell is a...
I want y'all to check out that stuff. Like, look at this stuff, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is where we go in to work out and stuff when you house in the SHU and stuff. In cages like that. Animals. Animalistic stuff. Look at this, bro. This is real facts. See that how that bed was built, made, all concrete. Come on, bro. Facts. We sleep like cavemans, bro. It's crazy.
Human dog cage. It was 7:20 in the morning when 32-year-old Daystar Peterson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Tory Lanez, was violently attacked. TMZ would originally report multiple sources, including a corrections officer, claimed Tory was on the prison yard, but an updated report from a representative of the California Department of Corrections would clarify Tory was attacked within a housing unit. Prison staff rushed into the unit administering first aid while quickly determining Tory suffered life-threatening injuries, forcing them to call 911. Video would emerge of who's believed to be Tory Lanez landing in a life flight helicopter at Kern Medical Center in Bakersfield, California, an hour-long drive from the prison. With that distance, a helicopter was the only form of transportation able to move him fast enough to save his life. A message to Tory Lanez's Instagram account would state,
Tory died 14 times, including 7 wounds in the back, 4 in the torso, 2 in the back of the head, and 1 on the left side of his face. Oh, dang. Both his lungs collapsed. He's now breathing on his own, despite being in pain. He's talking normally, in good spirit, and deep thought. Thanks to God. Oh, damn.
he'd been stabbed 14 times, 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he had to be placed on a breathing apparatus.
Hey, that's crazy, bro. This right here is crazy. Because the attack wasn't even like, don't get wrong, like, it's just levels to this shit, right? When the attack be like, this is like, they were trying to do something to him. They were trying to unalive, bro, right? This is facts. This is facts. But why, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it because of the black people? I don't know. I heard on Spyloak thing that they said it was a Mexicans did it, right? And Tehachapi. Tehachapi is tricky, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what. Like, Tehachapi, I swear to God, it's a tricky place. And when they say in Tehachapi, bro, it's tricky. Always been tricky, bro. You talking about Tehachapi, if you talking about Tehachapi 90-something, 99, all that, 96, 95, all that type of shit now, you look like different. We talk about Tehachapi in 2005, 2006, you start looking like a teller, straight up.
Luckily, Tory was breathing on his own, and despite the pain was talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wanted to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Based on his wounds, it can be assumed Tory was attacked from behind, as the majority of his wounds struck his back and behind his head. Initially, no word was released as to who did it, leaving room for speculation. Because this took place in California, the only time someone is stabbed and it doesn't result in a race riot is if they are stabbed by their own race. But that isn't the case here. Compton rapper Spider Loc would post a...
Oh, shit. He started Spider Loc stuff up. Oh, yeah, all right. This is that thing, right? He on a 50-50 yard, bro. A lot of stuff can happen. You know what I'm saying? So the retaliation is probably not as snappy as that, because they got to figure out, is he one of them peoples? Did he get whooped for that reason, for one of them reasons? If it wasn't for the reasons, then they're going to attack, right? But knowing the people in them yards, they got to be bad peoples. So the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? They all bad peoples. Everybody bad peoples. They got Mexican gangs too, though, on the yard. I heard somebody say before, it's called Deuce 5, yeah. Brick said it before, but it's Deuce 5s. And it's like a Mexican gang of PCs. It's a PC gang. I ain't going to say Mexicans. I'm going to say it's a PC gang because I don't know how deep it should go, because I don't know if they got blacks and all that, because I ain't been on that side. But I know it's a gang of Mexicans. Deuce 5s. You know what I'm saying? Shit like this happens. I ain't never been on PC yard. Never been on 50-50 yard. Never. So I don't know. And I ain't planning on going. So I don't know how that 50-50 shit go. I ain't going. I don't know what's going on.
Conversation with a current inmate at Tehachapi. The man would claim Tory was on a tier full of Mexicans when a Mexican stabbed Tory. He'd confirmed Tory had to be airlifted from the prison and the prison was placed on lockdown. He'd also confirmed as soon as the lockdown is lifted, the blacks will be seeking revenge on the Mexicans.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
What it do, Fight?
Shit, nothing much to look, right? This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so you know that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down.
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit,
see, that's what I'm saying. This right here, this is sick, right? Then you got niggas like Poetic Flacco speculating and said it's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar should have Mexicans at Tory. But see, Flacco had all the information, so he just did the first thing he knew and say, hey, Kendrick Lamar did that. I added Kendrick Lamar to some shit like this.
We don't even really know the whole situation, you know?
So it was just like some foul play, so it's finna be up.
Yeah, it's for sure with some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him when it happened? Wasn't nobody right there with him when it went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself out there. He got a whole tier full of Mex. He on a whole tier full of Mex.
Wow.
Because you already know, once we get on this shit, we press some play on, we press play.
I'm already knowing. God damn.
Tehachapi has a known reputation for being SNY, otherwise known as a special needs yard. These yards are known to house gang dropouts, snitches, sex offenders, and anyone else whose life is threatened by being in general population. But California has also recently implemented 50-50 yards, half general population, half SNY, to integrate the two prison societies. This goes against strict prison gang politics, mainly for the Mexicans and whites who are allegedly forced to attack any rival or SNY inmate.
So, a lot of that is not facts, right? A lot of that's not facts. Because the reason that they start integrating the prison systems because of the essays and stuff that was the lockdown, being in the shoe for their life and all that, not being able to come outside, not being, being in the shoe, under the shoe program forever because of they ties to the mafia and all that other shit. Same with the BGF, the Black Guerrilla families and all that other stuff where they couldn't get on these yards and stuff, right? So it was a thing called a step-down program. Step-down program helped them step down and be on regular yards, get off higher yards and all that shit and regular programming if they can start doing stuff like this, creating 50-50 yards. This is a part of the step-down program for them G homies or G niggas to get out of the shoe and all that. So that's what this stemmed from, step-down program, to where all they homies had to obey. So all essays don't have to, you get off, no, if you there, you there. Now some of the blacks get going to different yards, different prisons, they probably try tripping, yeah. But they're allowed to do it.
To essentially remove themselves from the yard until they are placed back in general population amongst the quote-unquote honorable convicts. While general population is deadly, it's controlled chaos, and SNY yards can be just as dangerous, if not worse, as the gang politics that keep things in line go out the window and violence becomes rampant. It's unclear if Tory was in fact SNY, as that comes with its own bad reputation within prison, but it's likely Tory was placed on a 50-50 yard and his politics didn't require him to remove himself. Now Tory's attacker would be identified as 42-year-old Santino Casio, a man with a dark violent history. On June 8th, 2022, a then 20-year-old Santino, who went by the name Sonny, was...
It said, hold on. It's 2022. Oh, 22. It's 2002. All right. It's 2002. All right.
Was heard arguing with his 13-year-old girlfriend.
13-year-old
Minutes later, she was shot in the face with a shotgun. Santino would go on the run for 2 weeks before being arrested.
June 12, 2002, bro. He was 20 years old. She was 13. That was his girlfriend. That was crazy.
What the fuck?
That's fucking nuts, bro. He shot a 13-year-old girl in the face. They called his girlfriend, bro. He 20 years old, bro.
What the fuck?
This shit is embarrassing.
Arrested. His own family would testify against him in court how they heard the argument before the blast. A coroner would testify the barrel must have been 4 inches away from the girl's face before it went off. An interview from the day he was arrested would be played at trial where Santino...
The barrel was 4 inches from her face, nigga. Boom! Knocked her neck off.
Santino admitted to having a relationship with the 13-year-old girl for a month before the shooting. The girl was a runaway, while Santino was on parole from the California Youth Authority for burglary. In 2004, Santino would be sentenced to life in prison for murdering 13-year-old Evelyn Candejas and 2 other attempted murders from 2 separate stabbings. While in prison, he'd be sentenced to an additional 6 years for a prison stabbing on another inmate, and in 2018, he was sentenced to an additional 2 years for possessing a knife in prison. Santino Casio was as dangerous as they come, but his conviction for murdering a 13-year-old girl he'd been dating confirms he was definitely an SNY inmate, as he'd never be allowed to walk in general population without being stabbed or killed. Why he chose to attack Tory Lanez is unknown. Many questioned if Tory was targeted because of his own conviction for allegedly shooting his former friend Meg Thee Stallion.
Let me tell you something. Ain't no thing in no jail told us, hey, you shot a female, so you shot a female, we gonna kill you. I never heard of that. I know people in jail for shooting females, that's murders females that was on accident or a part of a case or or just had to do it because she a witness or something. And they never had no trouble in no jails because of that. Now it's a messed up thing, yes. It's very messed up. But shooting a female does not mean R in your case, it's an R charge, right? Which they call it. It's an R. You know what I'm saying? You got R, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's sex crimes. And you don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that type of stuff. And when you see that type of stuff on your 10-9, what's my shit called? 128G. Once you say the 128G and say that R, you know what I'm saying? You got to get off on that man immediately. Immediately. With that poker.
The fact that he had a female victim, many would assume would be reason enough for him to be hit. But Santino's case is far worse than Tory's could ever be portrayed, and offers no motive as to why this happened. Tory Lanez is expected to survive, and it can also be expected that Santino be placed in the shoe and receive additional time in prison for this attack. But what is more time to someone who's already serving a lifetime? A superstar rapper once on top of the world, now surrounded by killers with nothing to lose because of a stupid decision that changed the entire course of his life. Tory is lucky to have survived this, and hopefully remains lucky enough to survive the remaining years of his 10-year prison sentence. Now, when Tory was sentenced to prison, everybody assumed one of two things. One is his money and celebrity status is going to keep him safe. And two, because he has a female victim, he could be targeted. I don't know if either one played.
Now listen, I'm going to stop right there. None of that. Now, and female victims don't mean nothing. I'm going to tell you something now. If it's a female any sex crime, now that's different. Other than that, I don't believe that it would be a problem. You know what I'm saying? If it's a you know what I'm saying? If it's, I know people that try to do their home baby mama in jail for doing their girlfriend in, doing this in. That doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. Even with old boy, if he would have just done old girl in, and whenever a minute said, that's my girlfriend, he probably would have had a problem either. Nah, he probably had a problem with the people like, man, you did something to a little kid. But 9 times 10 you off drugs, you know what I'm saying? They gonna find an excuse for that. The victim, the person that's in this case, he's kind of, this boy is weird as hell though. I'm like, this thing, he's weird as hell. Weird as hell. Tehachapi is not a good place, bro. Tehachapi is not a good place. Only time you want to talk about Tehachapi is if you're talking about Tehachapi shooting. Other than that, I don't know, man. But yeah, man, it's your boy ODM Slim, man. I think, man, 1090 Jake did a good job. A terrible job. What's called shouldn't have did nothing. He should have stayed his ass on the general population yards. Because, first of all, he got a shooting case, bro. A shooting case with 10 years is high points. It's not 2-yard points. I don't know how you on Tehachapi, bro. He got a shooting case, which would be like 8-9 points. Then you got 10 years, which will double up to 20 points because it doubled up. That's 29 points. Then you got all the other shit that he ever did in his life, period, ever. I wouldn't think he got no shooting case, bro, and he'll be just on a level 2. I think he'll start on level 3. I don't know why he started on level 2. It didn't make no sense. I don't know. But y'all let me know, bro. Is that kind of weird? I don't know. I want California people to know the prison system. Why would he start on level 2, y'all? And would that be level 3 points or what, man? Like, come on. You know? We know he had stuff in his own stuff. He ain't no innocent bystanders. You know, he ain't no, he one of them boys. But let me know what y'all going on, man. It's your boy ODM, another like the other, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Yo. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time. It's the end of my video, and it's time to big it up one of my dogs. My business partner, you know what I'm saying? Drea the Virgo. Shout out Drea the Virgo. Drea the Virgo. Hey, Drea the Virgo. Shout out Drea the mother Virgo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Drea the Virgo. Now, Drea the Virgo is one of my friends, man. Good business partner of mine. She get in there, get it done. Anything y'all want to get done, YouTube-wise, anything to social media-wise, just YouTube. Anything social media-wise. You see all the platforms. All these platforms, Drea the Virgo, is monetizing my platforms, is helping me with all of them. And she's helping a gang of different people. You know what I'm saying? Look at my boy Gangland Neem and everybody else.